Right. Yeah, I just saw this, and I'm all for road safety, and there's this lady here. So what's this all about then? By the way, this is JC Audits here.
Hi,
Yeah.
I'm Lisa Scott. I'm the Regional Road Safety Coordinator for highways, national highways, and I'm based in the Northwest. Operation Pennine is
Does it have anything to do with the police? Because usually operation means police, isn't it?
so it's joint. So we're on the education side of things, of engaging with drivers.
Does that mean you're a police officer?
No, I work for
Are you a
National
police
Highways.
officer?
No.
I won't put you on, but
But sometimes there is a need
doesn't matter.
for
we need police, don't we? We need police.
do need police because they need to enforce to drivers who don't listen, don't learn, don't change behaviours, don't comply, because
So
that
you
non-compliance
telling me
makes it
that there's
dangerous.
Non-compliance makes it dangerous. So is it that the drivers get a second chance? Because what you say, drivers that don't listen, is that when they get pulled over and they seem like they're not listening, or do they get a second chance, or it depends what?
No, it depends on the level of offence. I mean, we're here today to engage with drivers,
Excellent.
signpost them to driving for work, driving for better business websites, Tyre Safety Month, so Tyre Safe, the website there. And also, so on the back of that, the various QR codes of where you can access additional information. So Tyre Safety Month, commercial vehicle driver information from National Highways, and driving for better business information there as well.
Do you have any personal views on I know you work for an organisation. What organisation do you work for, actually?
So I work for National Highways.
Oh, right, we know them. They look after the motorways.
That's it, yeah.
So if there's something like debris, we give them a ring.
Yep, that's it.
So do you have any personal view on whether driving's got better or worse, or is it just all subjective over the last few years, or 10 years or something?
I mean, to be quite honest, we all have very busy lives. There are distractions. Our vehicles are more comfortable.
Yeah.
We tend to, get in our vehicle, get comfortable, and sometimes forget, I think, that we are in charge of a vehicle and that we should be concentrating solely on driving rather than being distracted and doing something else. But there are certain things that are called the fatal five, which lead to collisions, which contribute to collisions.
So what's the fatal five? Do you know?
So you've got your speeding, you've got your seat belts, you've got your distractions, so mobile phones and so on, and you've got drink driving. But you've also got that carelessness, side of things as well. So, and you see those type of fatal five consequences coming up time and time again in collision reports.
Do you mind going through those a little bit more slowly? So the first one, is it speeding?
Speeding, yeah.
Yeah, go on.
So that's not always exceeding the speed limit, but it can be inappropriate speed.
Does that mean sometimes too slow?
No, so I mean, if you're driving past the school and you're within the speed limit, but you are going through a school zone, there are parked cars either side, there are school pupils around and about, you may be below the speed limit, but that's maybe inappropriate for the time of day or for the whatever's around and about.
So even going 20 and a 30 can be dangerous?
So it's not saying that it's dangerous, but
Yeah.
what we're saying is that it can be inappropriate, and then that would be looked at in terms of carelessness and so that's that sort of thing. And obviously, speeding vehicles, any kind of increase in speed will increase the severity of the collisions. So at 20 miles an hour, 9 out of 10 casualties will survive. At 30, that will only be half of them. So very small increase in speed has a massive increase in the number of casualties and severity of casualties. And then when we're talking about motorway speeds, anything over 70, I mean 70 is catastrophic anyway when you have a collision, anything over that, and it makes it very, very difficult to survive even in newer vehicles.
So how come the speed limit's been the same for like 50, 60 years and the road and the vehicles have got safer?
Do you mean in terms of increasing
the absolute speed limit, like on the continent, it's what can be 140.
For exactly what I was saying, that that as soon as you start increasing the speed, you've got catastrophic you know, consequences. And then after that, the next fatal 5 is seat belts. You know, even though we know that seat belts save lives, there's so many people that choose not to wear the seat belt, or may put it under their arm, or may fasten it behind them. And you know, that's I can't understand the mindset of people that would do that in terms of not wearing the seat belt and protecting them. And,
so what is the law in the back of the car? Can you remind everyone in the rear?
It's wear a seatbelt wherever you're sat.
Okay.
And a child should be in an appropriate seat for the height and age of the child. Yeah. And then you've got distractions. So you know that can be anything from, you know, we've had footage out about drinking a cup of tea. I've seen a wagon driver on the news just lately through one of our unmarked HGV cabs. And so many people have
unmarked
said... Unmarked. So national highways have unmarked HGV cabs that...
cabs, as in, what do they look like? I mean, you're not allowed to say.
Like HGV cab.
Oh, like without the wagon attached?
Yeah,
right.
yeah. And they're out on the network, you know, obviously spotting from their higher position. And they're spotting, you know, bad behaviour, whether it be in wagons or vans or in cars. But anything that distracts you from being in proper control of your vehicle, you know, if you're not in proper control of your vehicle, regardless of what you're doing, then
so even having a cup
offence.
of tea, you were saying, or
so regardless of what you're doing, it doesn't matter whether it's a cup of tea or changing a CD or eating an apple. If you're not in proper control of your vehicle, that's the offence. It's not the individual action of, well, it's drinking a cup of tea. It's the action of not being in proper control of your vehicle.
Yeah.
And then you look at drink and drugs, same offence, obviously illegal, but any kind of alcohol will, you know, if you consume alcohol, any amount of alcohol is going to impair you. Drugs doesn't necessarily mean illicit drugs. It means over-the-counter prescribed medications. If you mix it with alcohol, it's polydrug use, which can have, you know, various different consequences. So it's, you know, it's a whole raft of measures, and we're here to engage and educate the drivers on that.
So can it be like not notifying the DVLA of medical conditions as well? And
that's enforcement. That's not us. We're here to educate.
But that can cause, you know, if they've got a medical condition, for example, blackouts, and they don't notify the DVLA.
There are requirements to notify the DVLA, and it's actually over 170 conditions that you should notify the DVLA. But that's not my area of expertise. We're just here to do the fatal 5.
The fatal 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
All right. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
You want to end it there?
Yeah, because I need to go and take these down to
Bless
our
you.
other partners.
All right. I just want to thank you very much for your time.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, and I'm not going to get you on. Brilliant.
Safe driving.
So thanks very much. I'm just going to... I think I've got these now. You've given me all these, haven't you?
So what's your YouTube channel?
Cheers. JC Audits.
JC Audits.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. See ya.
See you later. Bye.
Bye.